The Johor Bahru skyline shimmers, a mirage of glass and steel. As the sun sets, the cityscape transforms into a dazzling array of lights, promising a vibrant urban life. The skyline, with its towering structures, seems to whisper tales of prosperity and growth, a beacon of modernity in the heart of Malaysia. Towers rise, ambitious monuments to progress and prosperity. These skyscrapers, with their sleek designs and modern architecture, are symbols of a city reaching for the sky, aiming to rival the great metropolises of the world. Each building tells a story of ambition, of dreams built on the foundations of economic optimism. But something is amiss. Look closer, and the illusion fades. Behind the gleaming facades, the reality is starkly different. The windows, dark and empty, reveal a city struggling to fill its spaces. The streets, eerily quiet, tell a tale of unfulfilled promises and unmet expectations. These gleaming structures stand eerily empty, monuments not to success, but to overzealous ambition and misplaced bets. The luxury condos, once envisioned as homes for the affluent, now stand as silent sentinels, watching over a city that has yet to realize its grand dreams. The emptiness is palpable, a stark contrast to the bustling life that was once promised. Johor Bahru, once touted as the next Asian economic powerhouse, grapples with a different reality, a skyline of dreams deferred and a property market drowning in unsold luxury condos. The vision of a thriving metropolis has given way to a sobering reality, where the lights in the high-rises are few and far between, and the bustling city life remains a distant dream. Johor's predicament serves as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the risks inherent in rapid development and unchecked investment. The construction cranes, once symbols of progress, now stand as reminders of projects left incomplete. The unfinished buildings with their skeletal structures highlight the pitfalls of overambitious planning and the dangers of speculative investments. It highlights the disconnect between grand visions and the realities of the market, a gap where dreams of prosperity collide with the limitations of affordability and actual demand. The empty streets and balconies serve as poignant reminders of the disparity between the envisioned future and the present reality. The grand visions, while inspiring, often overlook the practicalities of market demand and the economic realities of the populace. The glittering facades of Johor's empty towers reflect not just a local crisis, but a larger regional challenge: how to balance economic growth with sustainable development, ensuring that progress benefits not just developers but the communities they impact. The juxtaposition of luxury condos with modest housing nearby underscores the need for inclusive growth, where development is not just about building structures, but about creating thriving communities. The story of Johor's empty condos is a complex one, interwoven with threads of global economics, political ambition, and the aspirations of a nation on the rise. It is a narrative shaped by the forces of globalization, where local decisions are influenced by global trends. The construction sites, juxtaposed with both old and new buildings, tell a story of a city caught between its past and its future, striving to find its place in a rapidly changing world. It's a story of promises made and broken, of investments gone sour, and of a city grappling with the unintended consequences of its own success. The darkened high-rises at dusk paint a somber picture of a city that once dreamed big, but now faces the harsh realities of its ambitions. The empty condos stand as testaments to the challenges of urban development and the complexities of economic growth. This is the story of Johor Bahru, the billion-dollar ghost city. A city that once held so much promise now stands as a cautionary tale for other aspiring metropolises. The label of billion-dollar ghost city is a stark reminder of the fine line between ambition and folly, and the importance of sustainable, inclusive growth in the pursuit of progress. In the early 2010s, Johor Bahru became a magnet for foreign investment, particularly from Chinese developers. The city, once a quiet neighbor to bustling Singapore, began to transform almost overnight. The allure of Johor Bahru lay in its potential, a blank canvas for ambitious projects and grand visions. Lured by the promise of a burgeoning economy and proximity to Singapore, Chinese firms poured billions into ambitious projects, transforming Johor Bahru's skyline with luxury condominiums, sprawling shopping malls, and ambitious waterfront developments. These investments were not just about buildings, they were about creating a new identity for the city, one that could rival the most modern urban centers in the world. These projects promised not just residences but a lifestyle, one of exclusivity, luxury, and upward mobility. The marketing campaigns were filled with images of opulence, targeting both local elites and international buyers looking for a piece of the new Johor dream. Chinese developers, flush with capital and eager to diversify their portfolios, saw Johor as a prime opportunity. They were driven by the potential for high returns and the chance to be part of a transformative era in the city's history. The influx of investment was seen as a win-win, promising economic growth and modernization. The city's strategic location, coupled with government incentives and relaxed regulations, made it an attractive destination for investment. Policies were crafted to welcome foreign capital, and the local government was keen to showcase Johor Bahru as a forward-thinking, investor-friendly city. The influx of Chinese money fueled a construction boom, with projects often launched and marketed before securing necessary approvals or assessing actual demand. This speculative approach was driven by a belief in Johor's inevitable rise as a major urban center, a belief that sometimes overlooked practical considerations. This speculative frenzy, driven by a belief in Johor's inevitable rise, created a disconnect between supply and demand, setting the stage for the ghost city phenomenon. Many of the luxury units remained unoccupied, and the streets around these new developments often felt eerily empty. The influx of Chinese investment wasn't without its critics. Local communities began to voice concerns about the rapid changes. There were fears that the new developments would cater only to the wealthy, leaving ordinary citizens behind. Protests and public outcry highlighted the growing tension between development and community needs. Concerns arose about affordability, transparency, and the potential for these projects to primarily benefit foreign investors rather than local communities. The stark contrast between the gleaming new condos and the traditional housing nearby underscored the growing divide. Despite these concerns, the development engine roared on, fueled by a potent mix of ambition, speculation, and the allure of quick profits. Construction sites buzzed with activity day and night as developers raced to complete their projects and capitalize on the booming market. The stage was set for a dramatic showdown between aspiration and reality. As the city continued to grow and evolve, the true impact of this wave of investment remained to be seen. Would Johor Bahru emerge as a shining example of modern development, or would it become a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition? The rise of Johor Bahru's ghost city coincided with China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. This initiative, launched in 2013 by President Xi Jinping, aims to enhance global trade routes and stimulate economic growth across Asia and beyond. The BRI, a global infrastructure development strategy, aims to connect China with Southeast Asia, Central Asia, Africa, and Europe through a network of roads, railways, pipelines, and ports. By investing in these extensive infrastructure projects, China seeks to create a modern Silk Road, facilitating smoother and more efficient trade routes. Johor, strategically located at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, became a key node in this ambitious plan. Its proximity to Singapore, one of the world's busiest ports, made it an attractive location for investment and development under the BRI framework. The BRI fueled investment in Johor, particularly in infrastructure projects designed to enhance connectivity and boost trade. New highways, railways, and ports were constructed, aiming to transform Johor into a major logistics and transportation hub in the region. The Forest City project, a massive land reclamation development envisioned as a futuristic eco-city, became a flagship BRI project, attracting billions in Chinese investment and promising to transform Johor into a global hub. This ambitious project aimed to create a sustainable urban environment with cutting-edge technology and green spaces. However, the BRI's impact on Johor's property market has been a double-edged sword. While the influx of capital and development projects brought economic opportunities, it also led to significant challenges in the real estate sector. While it brought in capital and spurred development, it also contributed to the oversupply of luxury housing. Developers, eager to capitalize on the investment boom, constructed numerous high-end residential complexes, often without fully considering the local demand. The BRI's emphasis on infrastructure development, coupled with less stringent oversight on real estate investment, inadvertently fueled the construction of high-end properties that far outstripped local demand. This led to a glut of luxury condos and apartments, many of which remain unoccupied. This mismatch between infrastructure-driven development and actual housing needs further exacerbated the ghost city phenomenon. The sight of empty streets and vacant high-rise buildings became a common feature in Johor Bahru, highlighting the disconnect between grand development plans and market realities. The challenge now lies in finding a balance between ambitious infrastructure projects and sustainable urban development that meets the needs of the local population.